Is that a trick question? This man was a bona fide scrub. Bona fide scrub.
This dude, I believe he's a bona fide superstar right now.
Right. Oh, well, of course, it's all about winning, baby.
I want to get back, before we finish up here for this episode, I want to get positive again for a second after a couple of negative topics on the Lakers and the Hornets there. I just want to talk about Josh Giddey once more because his preseason has been absolutely outrageous, I will say. For a guy that basically, he played 5 minutes in Summer League. Plenty of question marks on him coming from the NBL, obviously, that jump shot and whatever. His preseason, so I'll read you out the stat line here. 4 games, 28.9 minutes a night, 13.5 points on 52.3% from the field, on 40% from three-point range, with 7 rebounds and 5 assists. He nearly had a triple-double yesterday. Turnover rate, 2.3. I don't mind that, given 2.3 is okay for a guy that has the ball in his hands quite a bit. He's got a positive plus-minus as well when he's on the floor. So I heard him in an interview after the game a couple of days ago, and I just was really impressed with the way he thinks about the game and how realistic he is with his own game, with the team's game, and how he just views everything. And I think that translates to on the floor because he's obviously that elite playmaker. We've seen some of his passing. He just gets the game, I think, from a degree of which not many other players do. And we've already seen that in preseason with some of the dimes he's dishing, and he's just genuinely making his teammates better, which is what the Thunder need.
The IQ is mind-boggling to be at this stage, and why, I guess, European or any international players, I guess, they elude the fact that they've played against grown men, they've played against professionals, some ex-NBA players he would have played against in the NBL here, and that's a big positive. And you can see how comfortable he is, I guess, playing with seasoned vets and players. So the IQ, though, I can't get over because, as I said, young players, you just want to see flashes. That's all you really worry about. Okay, so you have heaps of time to get their roster together. So I'm incredibly impressed. The jump shot is already, he's way better shooter than I thought he would be. And I think that what you said a couple of episodes ago about SGA and Josh Giddey as a backcourt together, I think is incredibly tantalizing as a franchise. 2 unique styles of that they play, and okay, so you sound impressive. Maybe they just know what they're doing, and we don't.
Yeah, I just want to say quickly is when we come to draft time and stuff, I just don't understand. So a lot of question marks around his athleticism and stuff like that, and his speed and whatnot. But 4 years ago, we had Luka come in, and the same things were said about Luka. And now Luka's the favourite for MVP going into his 4th season. So I just wonder if the thought around these international guys needs to change when we come to draft time. And maybe, for every Luka Doncic, there might be, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of a generic...
Mario Hezonja.
There might be, for every Luka Doncic, there's a Mario Hezonja who was taken 5th pick, I think, and just didn't turn into too much there at his career at the Orlando Magic and then wherever else he did go. But yeah, I just think we need to kind of understand that these international guys, they might not be the most athletic, but the way they see the game and the IQ that you just spoke about is on a completely different level. Not only because they do play against men in international competitions and stuff, like the NBL and whatnot, before the age of 18, really. Like, they play at such a young age, and we know Luka was at, Real Madrid from such a young age. But also because I think they understand that Josh Giddey would look at himself and know that, hey, I'm not the quickest out there. I'm not the most athletic.
Great point.
So he has to look at himself and think, I need to make up for this in another way. And I think a lot of NBA players and young players especially just think they can get through on pure athleticism. And that doesn't work some of the time because you go from college where you might just be 4 or 5 inches taller, you might be 20, 30 kilos heavier than everyone else, to the NBA where you're playing against grown men, and all of a sudden you don't have that advantage. When Josh Giddey goes from the NBL to the NBA, I think he's still got the advantage of having a higher IQ. So that's why I think he can be really successful in the league, and I think it's why some players struggle going from college to the NBA.
I think the NBA the scouts and everyone would have to start going because some of the best players in the NBA now, Giannis, Jokic, some of Luka are in these international players with the most peculiar type of play styles, but it works. So I love the fact that the world's, I guess, catching up, if you want to use that term, and